Y'all, I'm sorry. I was gonna wait till 7:30, but the sun's starting to go down, and I'm hungry, so I'm gonna eat because I have a salad, and I bought some snacks. I need to get ready for bed. I got something I've never tried before, and I don't know about this. They say it's good for you. I wanted to talk to y'all earlier about that Tiffany plate. Do y'all know that there was a girl that went viral for this, like, food hack? She showed people how to eat a mixture of cottage cheese with mustard and stuff like that. I've never tried this. You eat vegetables. I don't know about this. Oh God, why is it runny? Why does it look like that? Is it actual cheese? I'm gonna try that in a second. I need a knife or something. I want to try a bite. Oh, it doesn't look thick. Am I supposed to stir it up? I don't know. It's chunky. I could see how that would be good in eggs. That's definitely going to be an acquired taste. Y'all, they had gummy bears. Look. 0 sugar for $2.50. Yeah, there's a fruit cup with it. I got peach. Y'all, the sun. I got, it's upside down. Sorry. Of course it's upside down. I got peach. Oh, that looks yummy. I just brushed my teeth. I just left the gym. I did not work out. No, sure didn't. Alright, get that stuff everywhere. Where's my salad? And I got chips and stuff. Do I just dump this on top? Oh, I guess I could. Do a lot of people eat these? I'm gonna try it with the peaches. It's not bad. It's got a crap more protein for you. 14 grams for just 160 calories. Hello, Minnie Pearl. We're trying cottage cheese with peaches. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for becoming a bronze member. Hope you're having a good Saturday night. This is not all I'm having for dinner. I have a salad. One gummy bear. Welcome to the channel. It's a lot of the same colors. Cherry, strawberry, mango, pineapple, lemon, orange, green apple, watermelon, pink grapefruit, lime, blue raspberry, and grape. There's supposed to be 12 flavors, but I only see like 7 or 8 colors. Oh, there's one blue one. I want that one. That's blue raspberry for sure. I bet the green is green apple. I'm dehydrated. I feel so bad. I felt so bad all day. I think I'm just extremely dehydrated. Being out in the elements, living out of a car, it's exhausting. You don't even want to know how much this was. Why has it got dyes in it? Is that necessary? I don't think it is. That green apple was good. I want to try this blue raspberry. Mm-hmm. It looks pretty. I won't lie. It's a beautiful shade of fluorescent pink. Immune support Pedialyte mix-ins with zinc and other vitamins. For 6 of these, it was $11. Is that not insane? Let's try it. And I didn't even know they made sugar-free gummy bears. These were cheaper than the Sweeties. They were $2.50. Albanese. Let's try one of the orange. Oh, it's pink. Look at that strawberry. Oh, watermelon. God, the sun. I'm gonna move. Hold on. I forgot to try this. Sorry about the sun. I wasn't thinking about it when I parked. $11 for some Pedialyte. That's crazy. I feel like I was gonna pass out though. I really think that damn that I'd be lightheaded and like needing fluids. It's not bad. All right, let's eat. Ice is $6 a bag here. Most places nowadays. It's $2.99 to $6 depending. That's a huge, you would, yeah. I don't have time for that. Not to mention the mess, the smell. There's so much that comes behind having a cooler, simply a cooler. It does, you know, that's why you need a Jackery. I need a Jackery. With a Jackery, I can have a refrigerator. So, yeah, a cooler is a temporary thing for a one day at the lake. That is not a permanent fix for somebody that is on a budget. It can get quite expensive. The ice alone, keeping something cold in the summer heat for 24 hours, you would spend $20, $30 a day on ice trying to keep it cool. And I have to keep it on ice all day and all night. Because the low sometimes is in the damn 70s, 80s, and 90s. Not to mention I don't have anywhere to put it. We actually did that once. Remember, we had a cooler. We had a cooler with ice, and it ruined my seat. Remember? It was a mess. Definitely not worth the headache. Not worth the headache at all. Yeah, you need a Jackery and a small fridge. And I actually have a small fridge. In storage. I just need a Jackery. It's a mess. You know something I noticed the other day? I was watching one of Candace Owens' lives. She doesn't even interact in the chat. So I was right all along just to ignore it. Cobb salad with arugula, mixed green pickled onions, and a boiled egg. I think one of my other favorite creators. Yeah, but they report on the news, that's why. I gotta tell you about this girl. Y'all see that Tiffany girl that made a plate with cottage cheese and she put mustard in it? This is what I meant to tell y'all the last live. How about she got screwed? So what happened was this girl come up with this semi-revolutionary way to eat vegetables and fruit and stuff together and make it interesting in a meal with cottage cheese and mustard, so that it was low calorie and kind of keto. Well, she started a YouTube channel, and she has an electrolytes company, I do believe, or either she's the face of the brand, one of the two. And so it's called the Tiffany's plate. I'm sure a lot of y'all have seen this. It's went viral, right? Well, how about YouTube is not paying her, and the other platforms, they're trying to say that her content isn't original, even though all of her plates are different and all of her content is different. They're playing her. They're playing her. They're taking all of her money that in my opinion, if y'all have seen anything that I'm talking about right now, yeah, hold on. This is so good. This is not bad. It's not the best. It grows on you, and then it doesn't for a minute, you know? I think that it would be good to, like, mix with, like, maybe a salad. Let's see. With the bacon? Oh, yeah. E.T. can't phone home. Let's see if I can find an article. What's the controversy with the Tiffany plate? I like that with the salad. Yes. All right, the Tiffany plate, popularized on TikTok, refers to a diet heavily featuring raw fruits, vegetables, and a signature of mustard and cottage cheese dip. I mean, like, she did this and coined this way of eating fruits and vegetables, and then she marketed it, started multiple channels on multiple platforms, and pretty much they're not trying to pay her. They're not allowing her to make money off of the content. They screwed her over. Y'all, the fucking internet trolls. It's so annoying. Same idiot, different day. I really am surprised when people have thoughts. I just feel like I live on this earth by my fucking self. Really, I really do. I feel so fucking alone. People ain't got shit to talk about anymore. All I can do is think about real shit. It's so frustrating. It's annoying, actually. Ah! Why did he do this to me? Why would he give me all of this and leave me here dealing with this? Anyways, I'm trying to figure out how she's losing money, what exactly they did. She has a post out that says apparently making millions of views now. Damn it, they want me to download TikTok. I'll be god darn, I won't even, I'm not. I'm sure not. I don't get it. Somehow they stole her money, y'all. All I know is that she came up with this plate idea and she monetized on it, and then they wouldn't pay her. She got millions of views. She should have made money off of that, and for some reason they scammed her. Well, she's on YouTube now. She's got a YouTube channel now. I don't know what happened. I don't know when she left TikTok. All I know is I be telling people, this ain't what you think it is. They'll straight up play you. I mean, granted, things have gotten a little better, but like, not financially. You know, honestly, she's caught a lot of hate because people don't want to be honest about the fact that they're gluttonous. And so the concept of just like fruit and vegetables and cottage cheese, it sets some people off. They feel some type of way about the fact that she's telling people to eat fruits and vegetables and eat a plate of mixed variety, you know, hearts of palm, carrot, celery, watermelon, dragon fruit. It's just a plate of vegetables, and then it'll have cottage cheese with mustard. I'm trying something similar tonight, and I actually love it. So, a lot of people have a problem with this Tiffany plate. That's the name of it. Because they don't want to... They want to say that she's like starving or something. It's not true. It's like, actually, that's what we're supposed to fucking eat. Yes, a Tiffany plate is what we actually are supposed to eat 2 or 3 of those a day, fam. People have gotten crazy, y'all. People just love consuming shit, I guess. That Tiffany plate is what you were supposed to be consuming a few times a day. So it's so crazy that people would give pushback because this girl is actually eating what her body needs to fuel for energy. And she absolutely is entitled to money. I hope she has some so she can sue somebody to get some. You know what I mean? How you amass millions on top of millions on top of millions of views and don't even make a dime. I feel you, girl. She got fucked over harder than me. And her idea was revolutionary and interesting and a great role model for people, men and women and children. Because she is also a mother that teaches healthy eating habits in children. That's why the internet's tearing her apart. The masses don't want to be honest about the problem, especially when the parents are the ones, you know, shoving it down the children's throats. And enjoying it with them. The Tiffany plate isn't technically anything revolutionary. It's a vegetable plate. That's what I like. It's what I'm always talking about. But the way that she goes about it was very, it was marketing like 101 genius. Like, she did a good job. And it's kind of screwed up that they screwed her on all of her money. She should have seen, she should be rolling in it right now. Have help with everything that she needs. Her channel took off so well that she should have no problems getting her channel off the ground. But they played her. I don't know. Maybe she can get something done and fix it, you know, something. Maybe they'll reconcile the situation. I mean, I do know that she's on YouTube now. I subscribe to her channel because I think it's brilliant what she does. And I'm sick of these large corporations screwing over the tiny people who are simply out here trying to be the best mother and the best version of themselves possible. Why did that tomato look funky? I don't know. He looked funky, funky, funky. That's a great song. Imagine making millions of views and not receiving a dime. It's crazy. I do like the cottage cheese. I specifically like it with the salad. Never tried it before. 10 out of 10 with the salad. I think that I would actually prefer like a half a cup on top of my salad. I'm gonna try it with this deviled egg and this pickled onion. Big old pickled onion. Oh damn, I can't get them all. Man. Actually, let me just scoop some of this cottage cheese up with this deviled egg and this pickled onion. This is a mess. I can't get it. Get on there. Act right. It's actually so good. And they say that you can scramble this with eggs and it's delicious. Not the peaches. Don't put the peaches in there. Don't put the peaches in there. But just like, I hear that a couple of tablespoons of cottage cheese added to an egg, scramble it up and then cook it. They say it's delicious. I ain't been able to do it yet, but now that I know that I like this, we'll try it. I'm going to try some cottage cheese on a potato chip. A bit much. Where's the rest of that egg? Egg. Y'all, I took a shower. That's about the only thing we've done today, ain't it? I got some. Guess how much that was? $11.50 for 6 packs of hydration. Tastes like Pedialyte. Oh, y'all, I'm getting full. Oh, these gummy bears are so good. They're sugar-free. They're not bad. I want the green apple one. Oh, no, it's the blue one. Which one is that? That other blue one was way dark blue. I think the other one was... I don't know. I don't like that. Why do they taste like I just brushed my teeth? You know how, like, you brush your teeth and stuff tastes weird for a little while? What's in this shit? They smell like perfume. Laxative effect. Consumption may cause stomach discomfort and or laxative effect. Individual tolerance will vary. What the fuck? Why does that sound so scary? And I think that should be in bigger letters somewhere. It's made with sugar alcohol. So be careful. Tread lightly, grasshopper. Tread lightly. I cannot make this shit up. Is that not hilarious? It's because it's got sugar alcohol in there, so it'll mess you up, son. We gonna hide these so I don't eat these in my sleep and then regret it. And regret it. You eat the whole bag, you'll hate yourself tomorrow. That's funny. I can't believe there's an actual warning on there for the toilet. Oh God, could you imagine some grandchild getting their grandpa a shit ton of those for Christmas? And grandpa not knowing that they got sugar alcohol in them and he don't read the warning on the back. Man, Albanese bears ruining Christmases since 2025. Oh my God, I can't believe there's a warning on there. Wild. That can't be good if they upset you like that. That's hilarious. That is too funny. Tread lightly, grasshopper. Y'all, that salad was good. The cottage cheese ain't bad either. I like it. I like it a lot. I could do that again. I could definitely do that again. Dude. I mean, I wonder. You know people buy them. You know people buy the damn gummy bears and don't read the back. They just say, oh, sugar-free. I can eat the... Even more reason to eat them. Eat the whole bag. They're sugar-free. You know it happens. You know people go and get these and they eat the whole bag not knowing what sugar alcohol is. It has a literal warning. It says, star, consumption may cause stomach discomfort and or a laxative effect. Individual tolerances will vary. I'm just wondering how many people have bought these and not known what they were made with and ate the whole damn bag because they're sugar free. And you know the frame of mind is, oh, they're sugar free. I can eat the whole bag and I don't have to feel guilty. No, but you're going to be hugging a toilet tomorrow. You're going to be gripping a seat. Like, yeah, you might have to call out of work, homie. That stuff will mess you up. That sugar alcohol stuff, man, it'll mess you up. Be careful. I love sugar-free stuff. So anything that has that, that's why I eat them. Anything that has sugar alcohol in it, usually sugar-free candies, chocolates, a lot of desserts or drinks, it'll cause your stomach to be upset. I wonder what that's from. Sorry, excuse me. I'm exercising demons. I wonder. Sorry. Is that the cottage cheese? Is that the after effect of that cottage cheese? I don't know. I ain't never ate it before. What is sugar alcohol anyways? don't even know what that is. Why does it do that to us? That's probably a sign we don't need to eat it. What is sugar alcohol, and why does it cause a laxative effect in humans? I mean, birds. Polyols? Polyols? So sugar alcohols are a type of sweetener that tastes like sweet sugar but provides fewer calories. They are often used as a sugar substitute in products like chewing gum, protein bars, and sugar-free candies. So there's sorbitol, mannitol, and something else, y'all. It don't matter. So they're not. So the sugar alcohols are not completely absorbed in the intestines, and so it pulls water into the intestines, which causes the effects to take place. Yeah, it's probably not good for you. How healthy is sugar alcohol? Well, it's better than refined sugar. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. These chips are good, man. Damn it. I don't know. What is it made out of, though? What is sugar alcohol made out of? What is it? Sugars. But what are those? A chemical compound. Oh, so they can be naturally occurring or synthesized. Oh, it can be beneficial for dental health. Huh. They're less likely to promote tooth decay compared to sugar. I don't know if they're good for you or bad for you, y'all. Probably not good for you if they can be synthesized. You know what I mean. But the gummy bears ain't bad. They're a little perfumey. That brand's always perfumey to me. That's another thing that's weird. How do we go from Harpo, wonderful, yummy gummy bears, to gummy bears that smell like perfume? Why do people want that? Harpo gummy bears are the best gummy bears. They gotta be soft, though. They can't be on the shelf too long because they get hard. But, am I saying that right? Harpo? You know what I'm talking about. The little bear. The gummy bear bears. The originals. With the gold package and the dancing bears. How do we go from that to a brand like this? And this brand doesn't just taste like... This brand doesn't like... the perfume taste is not coming from just it being sugar-free. All of this brand I've tried before, the ones with the sugar. And they always have this weird taste. Nowhere near as good as the Harbos. The Harbos are made with real fruit juice, ain't they? That's probably why they taste good. Harbo. That's what I should name my Wilson ball when I float off to another island. Harbo. Harbo. That's too close to Harpo. And Harpo needed to die. So Yeah, maybe not. I like that name though, Harbo. And not just for a gummy bear. That's weird. I can name a dog. Harbo! Harbo! Come be your hobo's companion. Y'all, I'm gonna see if this makes me feel better. I swear to God, I feel better already. How is that possible? I wonder if I'm like the potassium and vitamin C. I wonder if I need that, the sodium. I must be losing a lot from, and this doesn't have but 8 grams of added sugar, which ain't, that's a lot. But like, in comparison to the liquid IV has a lot more sugar than this Pedialyte. I don't know, I feel better already. I think I don't know. Maybe being out in the sun just really does it to you. Later, Mini Pearl. Be safe. Y'all, that salad was good. I need to fix my mattress. I'm waiting on the sun to go down. I would like to put my window covers up, but I can't do that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Vern? What are y'all doing tonight? Hanging out? Setting the neighborhood on fire. Shooting fireworks in there. Skydiving? I'm staying in the house. I'm gonna watch a movie. And try not to eat all those gummy bears. The best beach? I don't know. It depends on what you like. If you want to like do the like Miami thing or whatever, it depends on what you like. Some people like, you know, putting their lives in danger and going to damn Ocean Drive. I don't. That's not for me. I want to be in the woods. But it depends on what you like. Cocoa Beach is nice. St. Augustine is beautiful. Just depends. There's so many islands too. I guess if you really want to like party and do stuff like that, the best place is probably going to be like Key West, Duval. That would probably be the spot for the best like partying spot. Duval Street, Key West. If you were going to do like a little family thing, Key Largo's cool. I feel like Key West is more the party bar spot, you know. But Jacksonville's nice too. There's like high-end places and low-end places and outdoor places and inside places. There's always something to do. The beaches are nice here, but I don't know. They're kind of restricted. It's kind of weird. I'm starting to notice everywhere I go, the beaches are getting so regulated that you don't have access to half of the islands. It's kind of crazy. I like a laid-back place. It's kind of chill. Maybe some room to spread out. A park to explore. Hiking trails. Trash cans. You know? All the stuff that I need with car life. I want somewhere to be able to cook. I need a picnic table. Like, you don't get that in a lot of party areas. Like Miami, they don't have stuff like that. Like, a lot of the higher-end beaches, I don't know. I like Jacksonville. Rainbow Springs Park was really beautiful. I really hate that I didn't get to film in there. That was gorgeous. That was gorgeous. Kentucky Derby. Everybody wear their big hats. Let's see who showed up. Kentucky Derby. I got salad and chips all in my teeth. Yeah, you think? That's what I'm looking up, homegirl. Why don't you tell me about it? Tell me who was there. How big were the hats? Who wore what? That's all I care about. Oh my God, I already know. Y'all, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Anna Nicole Smith's daughter showed up at the Kentucky Derby with their daughter. What's his name? Y'all know that I literally have a soft spot in my heart for Anna Nicole. She was played out. She was exploited. She was kept on drugs. She went through it. That poor girl, that woman went through absolute hell on earth. Probably shit that we will never even begin to fathom. Danny Lynn Burkhead was the father. Hold on. No, Danny Lynn is the daughter. That is Larry Burkhead and Anna Nicole Smith's daughter. She just turned 18 years old. And listen to this shit. I watched a whole like 20-minute special on this earlier. Y'all, all right, let me give you a little backstory. Anna Nicole had an attorney. What was his name? Howard Stern? Howard? Anybody know? Anybody remember? Who was the guy that was always around Anna Nicole? I can't think of his name. Anyways, this guy had went to Jamaica with Anna Nicole, and she had this baby, Danny Lynn, her daughter. And this man tried to say, Howard, thank you. It was Howard Stern, thank you. Howard Stern tried to say that baby was his. And so Larry Burkhead, who was the actual biological father, had to it was either the Virgin Islands or Jamaica. He literally had to go there and petition to get custody of his daughter. He knew that it was his and Anna's baby, or he knew that it was a potential that he was the father. And it's crazy because Howard really stole Anna away from Larry Burkhead. And I fully believe that Anna loved Larry and that he loved her. But he could not get her away from the grasp of Hollywood, her contracts, the people she was surrounded by, such as Howard, the drugs that was being introduced to her. So this man went above and beyond to obtain custody of a child whose mother passed away. Anna died. So Larry gets custody of Danny Lynn, and he also fights in court to obtain all of Anna's property under the guise of saving it for their daughter, Danny Lynn, to have one day. Yeah. So Danny Lynn was dressed up in Anna's dress. It was so pretty. It was tailored to fit her. And y'all, she looked just like Anna. It's so sad. Sorry. So I do know who was there because I watched some of this. So Larry and Anna actually met at the Kentucky Derby. That's where they met. That was the first time that Anna met Danny Lynn's father, Larry. They met at the Kentucky Derby. And they said that it was love at first sight. And Anna pretty much latched on to Larry and him to her. And they had this whirlwind love affair. They loved each other. They were both single. And Anna got pregnant. And then somehow Howard swindled his fucking way back into Anna's life with drugs and bullshit. And the posse of people that was poisoning her whisk her off to fucking Jamaica or the Virgin Islands, and Anna would die, and then her son, or her son and then her. I mean, it's just crazy. It's literally, y'all, that man was so fucking poisonous. I'm not saying that Howard Stern is the sole reason that Anna died, but I am saying that he absolutely contributed to her death. He was poison to her fucking system. Danny Lynn Burkhead kept her late mother's memory alive at her favorite event, the 151st Kentucky Derby. The 18-year-old daughter of Anna Nicole Smith and Larry Burkhead turned heads wearing one of her mom's most iconic looks for the annual race weekend in Louisville, Kentucky. During the appearance at the Barnstable Brown Gala Friday, Danny Lynn wore a glamorous black dress with sparkling diamonds across the back, a gown that Anna Nicole first wore to the same event 21 years ago. It was this dress, and here's the picture. Hold on. She looks just like her mom. It's so crazy. It's so sad. That's her on the left. Well, it would be, you know what I mean, left. And then Anna on the right. So Larry and Danny Lynn actually talked to reporters and talked about, you know, what Danny Lynn was doing and why Larry kept all this stuff. And Larry actually started like crying and stuff, and like, you know, it made Danny Lynn tear up. First of all, he is such a good dad. They are so wholesome. I think that, like, if you know about the Anna Nicole Smith story and you know what happened to her, you know, Danny Lynn, after Anna died, then you've probably seen over the years that Larry has provided a very stable, normal environment for Danny Lynn, and Danny Lynn has thrived in his custody. But not only that, every few years they would come back into the public spotlight and they would bring Anna's memory back to life, talking about Danny Lynn and her mother and Larry and their love story. And so y'all, it was so cute. It was so cute. So apparently Larry petitioned the courts to get all of Anna's property in hopes of saving all of the, you know, his Anna's stuff for his daughter. And so a lot of her dresses they've let Danny Lynn have, and they're all tailored for her. And he said that she could wear a different dress every day and never run out of dresses, because Anna was a hoarder and she kept all of these beautiful dresses, and he held on to them, and he actually paid for private storage to keep them for Danny Lynn. And so it was really cute. I love that it was tailored for her and that she has her mom's stuff. And it was really sad because she says at one point, she's like, she says, I never got to know my mom, so this is the closest that I can get to hugging her or something. Yeah. So they were there, and that's actually where they met, which is kind of crazy. That's a crazy fucking story, man. Crazy. So crazy. Howard Stern is a piece of shit. He literally has a special place in hell. And that's not probably the only person he's ever done that to. It's probably just the most famous person he done that to. He fucking exploited her and, you know, kept her high and doped up on drugs. And I mean, he pretty much lived off of her. He was always in her house. He was always, you know, having problems with her friends and family. He completely isolated her from her friends and family. He made sure that doctors wrote her more prescriptions for shit. I don't understand why he was never put in jail for something. That's crazy. Have a good night. Yeah, Howard Stern. Who else was at the Derby? Who all was at the Derby? Derby. No, I don't care about the horses. I know I should, but I don't. I want to know about who looked a hot mess. Can I see some images? Or are you just going to show me horses? I wish I had some of my mom's clothes. I don't have anything left over from my mom. It really sucks. I have my mom's watch. I think that's it. So I know that it means a lot to Danny to have her mom's stuff. You know what I mean? Stuff like that is irreplaceable when you lose a loved one. Mementos, pictures, any kind of little relics. You know, it really, that stuff is irreplaceable. Priceless. Especially things like home videos where you can hear somebody's voice. I would die to have something like that of my mom. Stuff like that is irreplaceable, and I don't have anything like that. Never did. It didn't even exist. I don't even think touchscreen phones were around when my mom died. So, like, I know she had a voicemail, and my dad kept her phone on for a long time because we used to call it and listen to her voicemail. That's the only way we could hear her voice, but it's off now. It was an old Nokia phone. Like one of the original ones you had to pull the antenna up on. Y'all, what are we going to do tomorrow? I think it's going to rain tomorrow all day. What are we going to do? No library open. Can't be out spending money. We gotta do something. We can't sit here all day. I barely got any steps in today. I don't know why I've been feeling so bad. Am I dehydrated? Maybe. Is it old age? Likely. I don't know. Ow. I'm waiting on the sun to go down and then I'm going to bed. There's a man out here scraping the ground of this river. There's a river. A lake. Oh, he cleaned it up. He was cleaning it up. Well, they cleaned it up out here. Remember, this was the pond where all the ducks and stuff were, and they saw all that trash, and I was like, oh my God, look at all this trash, and look at all these animals, and hell no, I ain't going to a festival. That's what I said 2 hours ago. Fuck no. I'm going to bed. Y'all, the fucking fake accounts. I get so sick of it. So annoying. Same shit. I'm to the point where I'm just like over it. Yeah, they came out here and they scraped all around to get all the trash up because there was like so much trash around there. Yeah, we need to do something tomorrow and stop being depressed. Did y'all see that freaking loony? Was that New York? There was a dead person on the train. Yes! What the fuck? People are so weird. Listen. I'm glad this son of a biscuit is in jail. Man accused of raping corpse on a New York subway train is an illegal immigrant who repeatedly crossed the U.S. border. You heard right. He assaulted a dead body on the subway. He's 44. He had crossed the U.S.-Mexico border without authorization on several occasions during the 1990s before being intercepted by Border Patrol agents and voluntarily departing. He subsequently re-entered the country undetected until his arrest by the NYPD on Sunday evening. The arrest was in connection with the violation. Hold on. Go back. Stop. Stop playing with me. The arrest was in connection with the violation of George Gonzalez, a 37-year-old family man who had passed away on the ARD train approximately 3 weeks prior. First of all, how are all these dead bodies piling up in public spots and nobody smells it? Is that why this area smells like ass? Is there a bunch of dead peoples floating in the ravine and that's why this whole town smells like shit? Y'all know I'm always talking about how it stinks here. I mean, seriously though, they found a whole dead body up in Planet Fitness. It was in there for like a whole weekend, 4 days. You know, a body smells after like 12 hours. How did they not know? His body was on the R train approximately 3 weeks dead before this illegal immigrant assaulted him. How depraved do you have to be to mess with a dead body? Straight to the electric chair. Straight to the electric chair. A court proceeding this week revealed what Rojas allegedly did after finding Gonzalez dead or dying on a subway bench on April 8th. According to prosecutors, surveillance footage shows his name is I think it's Rojas, right? Jalapeno? Rojos. It's Rojas. First going through Gonzalez's pockets. I'm laughing because I'm stupid and I don't know how to speak Spanish. Rojos. I'm over here trying to say jalapeno to remember how to say the J. Sorry. Surveillance footage shows Rojos first going through Gonzalez's pockets to rob him, then returning to SA his body. The mental instability. The mental instability. They said that Rojas repeatedly zipped up his pants and adjusted Gonzalez's trousers whenever the train stopped, trying to avoid being caught in the act. Prosecutors said the assault lasted over 30 minutes. Gonzalez's death was likely due to natural causes. Court records indicate emergency service. Sorry. What a weirdo. He's being held at Rikers. What in the fuck? Y'all, stay off the subways. Please. There was a man that was essayed on the subway last night. A different man. He was alive. God, I'm sorry. It's so crazy. I can't help it. It's so crazy. It's like, what? Brooklyn man accused of attempted rape of a oh no, that's the other guy with the dead body. Hold on. Subway crime. Suspect in custody after a man R-worded on a train in New York City. This happened yesterday. A suspect is in custody day before yesterday, on Thursday, because a man was R-worded on the subway train in New York. The suspect was identified as 36-year-old Muhammad Azim. He is charged with rape, sex abuse, and forcible touching. The incident happened on the number 1 train in Greenwich Village. Authorities say the attacker made sexual remarks and demanded money from the 27-year-old victim before forcing him to perform sex acts. The suspect then ran from the subway station. Men ain't even safe out here no more. You know it's bad when, like, oh, men ain't even safe out here no more. That was a boy that happened to. How scary. I mean, it's scary enough for women, but, like, you know, I think most women would like to think that most men can defend themselves, but clearly these things happen to boys too, and I think that it's less reported and overlooked, and clearly it's just as traumatic for a man as it would be for a woman. Wild. They're losing their minds. The subway ain't been safe for forever anyways. You know? Shit's been wild out here for a while. Hey, Joe Mama! Yeah, I remember the Howard Stern show. He was always an asshole on there. He was rude to his guests, and he would talk shit to them and then put them on the spot and berate them. Remember that? He'd be like condescending, picking on them and shit. I remember. I was around for some of it. It must have been like reruns that I heard, but I remember the Howard Stern show, and I remember how I remember he had Pam Anderson, I do believe, on there, and he completely disrespected her, but I could be wrong. It might have been, it might not, that might have not been the Howard Stern show, but everybody did that to her back then. Pam Anderson was treated like shit in the 90s. She's another one that was exploited. It's a miracle that she's even sane now. Sure, she's had a rocky relationship, but who wouldn't, given the circumstances of everybody trying to get their teeth in you? Yeah, she's another one that they exploited for her sexuality. Pam Anderson. Pamela Anderson, she was absolutely beautiful, and she's beautiful now too, but it's a miracle that she's not strung out on damn drugs. I mean, imagine being married to Tommy Lee Jones, for God's sakes. Wasn't that who she was married to? I do believe. I'm pretty sure that was Pam Anderson married to Tommy Lee Jones? No, Tommy Lee. Not Tommy Lee Jones. Tommy Lee. And he was the drummer from Motley Crue. They tied the knot in 95. Despite knowing each other for just 4 days. What could go wrong? What's gonna go wrong? They knew each other for 4 days and they went and hooked up. And I can't even damn get somebody to text me back normal. They out here jumping into full-blown marriages overnight. I like the journey that Pam's been on. I don't know if y'all have seen her, but she's been on a more holistic, natural approach. No makeup. She'll go on live TV with no makeup. She's absolutely gorgeous. She's aged beautifully. Just like Angelina Jolie. Angelina, too, you know, she overcome heroin addiction. It's a miracle that she turned out to be as sane and stable as she is, because she was on drugs. So some of those people, like Drew Barrymore, they went in deep, man. They went in deep to Hollywood. She was fucking rolling around Studio 54 doing cocaine at 11. It's crazy, but Hollywood is evil, and it's a miracle that any of those celebrities have come out on the other end. And Drew, I don't really care for her show like that, but I see, you know, what she's trying to do, and I appreciate that, but I don't know. It's a miracle that any of them come out normal given the circumstances. I love Pamela too. She's pretty awesome. She's very down to earth and just like a normal, kind soul. It's kind of sad that she hasn't been able to find like true love. Like, I know she's tried like 5 times, but like, I don't know. I think that is why staying alone for, you know, I think it's important to learn to be alone and appreciate yourself. And it seems like that's where she's at right now. She seems very proud of who she is, and she should be. But she's another one that was played out by the Hollywood, exploited for her looks, just like Anna and Marilyn. It's like they find these, you know, wasn't Marilyn poor? Didn't Marilyn grow up poor? Hold on one second. Did Marilyn Monroe grow up poor? Wasn't she just, she had a fucking other name. What was her other name? Oh, God. My thoughts run together. Norma Jean. She was very poor. It's coming back. It's all coming back to me now. Norma Jean. Marilyn Monroe was Norma Jean before she came to fame. Norma Jean was an unwanted child who grew up poor and had no place to call home. Her father left her mother before she was born, and her mother could not afford to keep her, nor was she mentally stable. I thought so. So Anna Nicole Smith, Marilyn Monroe, they both grew up extremely poor, and somehow their looks landed them in Hollywood, and they were absolutely used and abused by Hollywood, pimped out, given drugs, and extorted. And they ain't the only ones, but they're just, you know, 2 of the main ones that come to mind when I think about women that Hollywood has killed. They were used at everyone's disposal. We probably can't even comprehend what those women went through. I know that most of Anna's journey was captured on her reality show, and it's very clear that she was being pimped out. The shopping trips, the random men from record deal labels that she'd be drinking with in their office. Like, listen, you have to read through the bullshit. It's crazy. I told y'all that it was my belief that Howard was guiding her in the direction to sleep with certain peoples. Like when she got the trim spa deal, there was several times that she would go hang out with executives and they would take her on shopping trips, and then they'd go back to the executive's office and start drinking champagne. Yeah. And poor Marilyn, she absolutely went through it. The Kennedys, I mean, it's just sad. But that's the way life has always been, apparently. It's just getting worse. And these girls enjoy that shit nowadays. That's the sad part. Women back then, I mean, clearly Anna Nicole and Marilyn would both die-hard romantics. Both of them were always searching for somebody to love them and appreciate them. And they just kept running into people that would use and manipulate and abuse them. And it's sad. Absolutely. Elton John wrote what song? Which one did he write? I didn't know that. Which song did he write, Jim Mama, for Marilyn? I'm not in Europe. I should be. I wish I was. I wish I was backpacking through a mountain right now, warming up dehydrated beans for dinner over a fire while I fight a bear and drink Russian vodka. Sounds amazing. Can I? Norma Jean. Oh, goodbye, Norma Jean. That makes so much sense. That's such a good song. Damn, that's a good song. That makes... Goodbye, Norma Jean. Da, 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 na, 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 na. Yeah, it's a good song. I didn't know that. I did not know that. That's crazy. Da, da, dum, dum, dum. Well, you know, they ain't the only ones. Look at all the damn Playboy bunnies. Hugh Hefner did the same thing, but just a little different. You know, he was giving the bitches Quaaludes and alcohol and getting them into orgies, and then damn giving them money every week to stay in the mansion. I mean, it's not no different. Most of those women that were in the Playboy mansion were also poor upbringings. Women that were not highly educated, you know. It's, sex work is the exploitation of women, and usually women that grew up poor in harsh circumstances, more than likely getting abused. They were predisposed to it at an early is that the word? Predisposed? They were getting conditioned at an early age through abuse. I think we read somewhere that like 90% of strippers were sexually molested as a child. Every stripper I ever met would tell you straight up, yeah, I was messed with as a kid. Like, they just, like it was nothing. So, sounds about right. It seems like Hollywood, just like any Joe Schmo out here running an escort service or a strip club, it seems like Hollywood looks for people, women, that are extremely attractive with horrible life circumstances to exploit, and a lot of them die, and it's really sad. But seeing Anna Nicole's daughter in her dress and the way that she lit up, remembering her mother, I think that Larry has went above and beyond to keep, Anna's memory alive through Danny Lynn. And, Danny's her own person, but there's no denying that that's Anna's daughter. I mean, she looks so much like her mother. It's crazy. I don't even see Larry in her. That's the crazy part. I'm like, okay, are we sure that's Larry's? That's Larry's kid. And if anybody says different, I'll come for you. That's Larry's kid. But that is all Nicole, Anna's face. And she's such a pretty girl. I'm glad that Larry stepped up. And I mean, he went to bat. He went to absolute hell and back for their daughter. I have no doubt that losing Anna broke his heart. I don't think he ever remarried or anything like that we've seen thus far. They've never introduced us to his wife. I think that he truly was enamored and in love with Anna, and he was in over his head. He did not realize the amount of drugs, the power and control that Hollywood and Howard had over her. I think that Anna really loved him, but I think that she was in over her head, and she was kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, you know? She didn't know how to cut Howard and that toxic relationship out of her life. And he was also her manager and had full reins over, I mean, her life and everything. I mean, power of attorney and crazy shit. It's like, wait a minute, this is insane. Like, I know y'all close, but this ain't right. Yeah, Howard's an evil, evil man. He'll rot in hell. The devil, God has a special place for Howard Stern in hell. That is for sure. He is a horrible human. There's so many men like him, though, that just want a meal ticket like that, and that will play out a young girl and pimp out a young girl, or force a young girl into OnlyFans or whatever. There's so many weak men that treat women like that. It's disgusting. I think the more money and higher up you go, the worse that type of behavior will get, because the more access to money, drugs, and resources the perpetrator has against the victim. Like Anna, you know. I mean, her purse was just full of fucking pills, y'all. She'd pick her purse up, and the whole bag would rattle with like 30, 40 pill bottles in it. She had the neighbors coming over asking for fucking pain pills. That ain't normal. That ain't normal at all. Howard was calling all kinds of doctors, getting her scripts. She was getting scripts. It's sad. And you can see all of this on the Nicole Smith show. It's here on YouTube. I would start with season 1 so that you can see where she was at. Because once you get into season 2 and 3, it's crazy. It's like, what the fuck? This is a crime. Where is the FBI, the CIA, ET phone home? What the fuck is going on here? I mean, the legalities behind it is mind-blowing. But then you look at the ethical part of the drugs and the drinking and everything that was going on. It's crazy. I still can't believe that was filmed. Just like certain parts of Teen Mom, I can't believe this shit was filmed. It's like, this is illegal as fuck, and if we did this today, we'd all be in jail. And the same thing for Anna Nicole, the show. It's just so sad. She was so doped up all the time. And you know, that's what's sad, is that's the part that poor Danny Lynn, that's what's left behind, you know, of Anna, and it's bullshit, because that's not who Anna was. That was what society turned her into, because they wanted to fucking exploit her. And I'm sure, hopefully, that Larry has already explained this to Danny. What videos we have left of Anna was not Anna. That was the remnants of what Hollywood had did to her. And it's sad. It's really sad. But I'm sure that Danny knows that her mama was loved, because people still talk about Anna like they always will, just like Marilyn Monroe. They always will. Howard Marshall was the one she married, right? And see, here's what called me crazy. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. Anna loved that man. That old man, Howard Marshall, the old tycoon, billionaire. Anna absolutely loved that man. Maybe not like a boyfriend, but Anna loved that man. She absolutely did. And I don't think for a minute that she was solely after his money. I think that they had a friendship and some sort of understanding of each other. Howard Marshall wanted to take care of Anna and her son, and he did very well, very well. And from all outward appearances, Howard Marshall never abused Anna like other people would go on to. I think that it was a very strange relationship. I do not think that Anna loved him like a boyfriend, but I do think that Anna at the time needed him to help her keep her son. And he clearly loved her. Now, do I think that she was entitled to money? Maybe a little bit. Maybe not the millions on millions that she thought she was going to get, but a small chunk, absolutely. $500,000, just enough for her to get something to live in, because essentially when Marshall died, she was left out on the streets with nothing, and his sons fought her in court for all of this oil tycoon's billions of dollars, millions of dollars. Hello? Who? Howard Marshall? Hold on. Who was Anna Nicole Smith's first husband? I thought it was J. Howard Marshall. Oh, Billy went, no. I don't know who that is. Hold on. Who was Anna Nicole's second husband? I didn't know she was married to him. J. Howard Marshall. Yes. So, Anna was actually working in a strip club when she met J. Howard Marshall. So it looks like all of the money went to the sons. How did he make it? It doesn't tell me. I believe you. I thought that it was oil money, but I believe that he was a doctor, if that's what he was. It says he was a wealthy American businessman, lawyer, and legal scholar who invested in the petroleum industry. I thought so. I thought he was an oil tycoon. So he was from Houston, Texas. Well, he died in Texas. Hold on one second. He owned 16% of Coke, and it's Coke. It's KOCH Industries, and was married to American model Anna Nicole Smith during his the last 14 months of his life. His estate became subject of litigation, which was reviewed by the Supreme Court. That's how Anna met Howard Stern. Now it makes sense. Howard Stern represented her when she was fighting Marshall's sons in court for their inheritance. Oh, the guy that gave her the prescription to the lawyer. Yeah, now I do remember something about that too, but I feel like there was a lot of questions after she died on how she got the prescription. So that was the second. So she ended up marrying some guy when she was young. They got a divorce, and then she married this oil tycoon. He died. And then he left everything to Anna, didn't he? Did J. Howard Marshall leave everything to Anna Nicole Smith? I think he did. I don't know about this. No, he didn't. No, Jay. I wonder if Howard convinced Anna to lie. Listen. No, J. Howard Marshall did not leave everything to Anna Nicole Smith. While Smith did marry Marshall in 94, he died just over a year later and left his estate to his son, E. Pierce Marshall. Smith claimed that he had verbally promised her a share of his estate, leading to a lengthy legal battle, but she ultimately did not inherit any part of it. Marshall's will specifically excluded Anna Nicole Smith, leaving his assets to his son. Smith argued that Marshall had promised her a portion of his estate in exchange for their marriage. I don't know. Oh my God, his net worth was $1.6 billion. $1.6 billion. That's crazy. That's a lot of money, yo. I wonder when they met. What was that? Oh my God, y'all. I can't remember. There was a girl back in the 90s that got kidnapped. Pamela Smart, was that her? I can't remember. I'll have to find it. I'll have to tell you tomorrow. There was a girl in the 90s that was kidnapped, and this woman helped, what was her damn name? Elizabeth Smart. Oh, there it is. Ain't that crazy? I talked about it and I opened Google and there it is. So it was Elizabeth Smart. The kidnapper who held Elizabeth Smart captive for 9 months arrested after police say sex offender visited Salt Lake City parks. Her name is Wanda Barzee. She's now 79, and she's accused of violating the conditions of her sex offender status by going to a local park in Salt Lake City. My first question is what is she even doing on the streets? We just let violent offenders go now. She kidnapped Elizabeth Smart for 9 months, and her boyfriend abused this child for 9 months. They kidnapped this girl. It's a huge case back in the day. The woman who held Elizabeth Smart captive for 9 months and facilitated her husband's sexual assaults of the teenager has been arrested and charged with violating the conditions of her release. She is on the sex offender registry list because she helped kidnap a child and she allowed her husband and facilitated these actions. Why is this woman free? She was arrested Thursday in Salt Lake City after police discovered that she had visited local parks where there's children. They charged her with 1 count of violating Utah's law restricting registered sex offenders from entering protected areas, including public parks. This arrest came after detectives developed information that Barzee had allegedly visited at least 2 parks in Salt Lake City, including Liberty Park and Sugar House Park, in violation of state law. And they released her again. She's released again. Hello. She's no longer in custody, with court records showing that her release came on judicial orders. I don't know if y'all remember Elizabeth Smart, but that was her. She's actually doing really big things now. She has all kinds of shows. Hey, Emily. That was so sweet of that person to get you a membership. That was cool. Elizabeth Smart is now an activist. And she seems stable and normal. But this woman, I don't understand why they're letting these type of people go. She and her husband, Brian David Mitchell, kidnapped Smart in 2002 and held her captive for close to a year, moving between rundown houses and abandoned campsites in Utah and the San Diego area. The pair were arrested in 2003, and a judge ruled that Barzee could be released from prison in 2018. So as I'm being charged and convicted of crimes against children that I didn't commit, they're letting an actual child predator out of jail. I got you. That decision did not set well with Smart, who was very vocal about the fact that she viewed Barzee to be just as culpable for what happened to her as her husband and a threat to society. I guess Elizabeth was right. This woman was caught in multiple parks. First of all, look at these weirdos. Do they look like the type of people you want to run up on the backwoods? Creepy. Elizabeth Smart said in multiple interviews around that time that Barzee was, quote, an evil woman. Mitchell abducted Smart at knife point from her home in Salt Lake City after climbing through her bedroom window. For the next 9 months, Smart was held captive by Mitchell and Barzee and subjected to nearly daily SA assaults. Smart had previously discussed Barzee's participation in the assault, saying that she would encourage her husband and often be present while the teenager was being abused by Mitchell. The public was alerted to Mitchell and Barzee's identities after Smart's sister, who witnessed the kidnapping, recalled that the man whose voice she had heard that night was the same man who had previously been hired to do work at the family's home. So Mitchell was actually hired by the Smart family to do work in the Mitchell's home. Elizabeth Smart's sister recognized Mitchell's voice and told authorities that she thought it was Mitchell. Photos of Mitchell and Barzee then ran on America's Most Wanted around the same time, and the two started appearing in public with Elizabeth Smart, which eventually led to a person recognizing the pair and contacting authorities. Elizabeth Smart was rescued on March 12, 2003, just over 9 months after she was taken from her bedroom on June 5th of 2002. Mitchell was sentenced to life in federal prison, while Barzee served 15 years for her role. I mean, I'm just saying that both of them should have been sentenced to death. So I don't know why we even having a discussion. They kidnapped a child, brutalized a child for 9 months, non-negotiable, death penalty. You know, people out here behave this way because they know they're not going to get punished for their fucking actions. We only need to make an example out of a handful for them to get the picture. It's crazy. So this bitch been around children. When she violated the terms and condition of parole, and they locked her up, and then somehow somebody ruled for her to get out of jail. What in the liberal judge is going on? If I remember correctly, I saw a statement or a book, or I read something or saw something with Elizabeth talking about this evil wench of a lady. She would egg her husband on to be more brutal towards Elizabeth. She would instigate situations that would hype Mitchell up so that Mitchell would be more abusive towards this child. It's sick. That bitch should have never even been considered for parole. She facilitated, assisted, and was an accomplice in sexual assault. It's crazy. She looks evil, don't she? Them mug shots were something of nightmares, were they not? He looked like Manson Jr. or something. So Elizabeth Smart, since then, I'm sure y'all have seen her on TV. She has all kinds of documentaries. She'll come in on crime shows and talk about the psychology behind crime and criminal intent. Yeah, I don't understand why they're going so light on these weirdos. She now, it says that she's an activist, She wrote a book called My Story in 2013. I think she's had children and settled down, if I'm not mistaken. But she... So she's been to Congress several times, to the Department of Justice. She went to support sexual predator legislation and the Amber Alert system. She also held an event following the signing of the Adam Walsh Act, which was John Walsh's son who was murdered. That's the guy that does America's Most Wanted. Sad, sad story. Yeah, it looks like she's worked her ass off in activism for the past 10, 15 years. It's just activism after activism, talking about her story. She was also the executive producer of a Lifetime movie, Stolen by Their Father. And she's also doing a movie on Lifetime, The Girl Who Escaped. So it looks like she's working a lot with Lifetime. She's also a missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints. We won't get into that. At least she knows God. We listen and don't judge. Damn. You know what's crazy? Some pervert got on an airplane, on a Delta Airlines flight, and started filling her up in 2019. And so she started a self-defense program. Listen, she started a self-defense program for women and girls called Smart Defense. Man, she's pretty fucking resilient, I'll tell you that. So she was groped on a airlines flight, and then she started a whole business because she was groped inappropriately in 2019. I mean, she's pretty badass. I'm just saying. She's done a lot of cool shit. That incident of her being kidnapped for 9 months. She's had several movies. That could have been a pivotal moment that led her down a dangerous path of drugs or self-hatred or self-mutilation, or... I mean, it could have really fucked her up in the head, and despite it all, it sounds like she humbly took on the responsibility of spreading awareness about these perverts out here, okay? She's dedicated her whole life to trying to bring awareness to the safety of women and children, and letting people know about the risk of these perverts out here in the wild. I'm telling you, I just don't understand how you could witness something like that and not do anything about it. I would kill a son of a bitch. Do you hear me? Like flat out. I'm gonna kill him, and I'm gonna call 911 and say I killed him. Yeah, he kidnapped a child. I lost it. His balls are in his throat. I don't know what you want me to say. Come and arrest me because I killed him. You know what I mean? I don't know how as a woman, but I think that's very common. A lot of women become predators like that, and it's usually because of sexual abuse themselves. That's why they say hurt people, because they do. And recently, in recent years, look at all these female predators out here, the teachers and the damn soccer coaches and shit. I'm like, what is going on? Women are losing it. They are losing it. Shit's wild. I saw a report last night through Crime and Law where, oh my God, y'all, this fucking dad, let me see. This dad comes home to find his wife and his son. You know. Oh my God, why is all this Pornhub shit coming up? Listen. No, Google, I need the story. News story. Arrested for Y'all, a bunch of Pornhub shit popped up. Are you for real right now? I'm looking for the news and this is what you give me, Google. Now I can't even find it. It was on the Law and Crime Network. Apparently, the dad walked in and saw this whole scenario playing out in the fucking living room of the house that he pays bills in. I do believe she was arrested. Lady arrested. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be able to hold it together. Yes, it was 3 days ago. This sack of shit, that sack of shit, was married to some guy, and the dad walked in on his son being abused by his wife. You know, when I hear these stories and I find out that nobody died, I'm surprised. I'm surprised because I couldn't hold it together. I absolutely couldn't. I'd lose my fucking mind. That would throw me into a fit of rage, like something out of a fucking horror movie. I'm talking like I'm biting eyeballs out your head type of shit. I'm hanging off of you like a spider monkey. I'm climbing you like a fucking spider monkey. It's crazy. I don't know how parents hold it together, and when I hear about the parents that lose it, I don't even feel bad for them. I'm like, okay, I get it. And I feel like a parent has every right to brutalize a motherfucker that they have caught victimizing their child. Every right. Every right. But maybe that's why I don't have kids, because God knows I can't handle it, and I'd be in prison for murdering somebody. You know what I mean? Blue Ridge Mountains. I bet it's beautiful. Let's go to my parking spot. But y'all gonna have to get my cup holder because I can't be giving my secrets away. I got stalkers out here. I don't want none. I'm not proud of that. I'm not saying that like I'm proud. Let me be clear. I absolutely hate it. But I just gotta be honest. That's why you gotta go in a cup holder, because I can't be having you seeing where I'm going, fam. They'll go tell the church. Speaking of church, we should go in the morning. I don't know. We should try something new. I liked going to the Catholic Mass. I did. That was fun. I wonder what they do at church after the Pope dies. Did they do anything special at small get-together churches after the Pope dies? And when will they elect a new Pope? I am still in Florida. I am. I wonder when they elect a new Pope. How do they do that? Y'all, none of my chargers work. School teachers being arrested. Everybody's being arrested. When do we get a new Pope? Conclave? Conclave? Is that how you say it? How accurate is the movie What? What? No. How does the conclave? Is that how you say that? How do they pick a new Pope? Oh, God. This is too complex for my tiny little brain. No, I don't want to buy your news. It's not worth buying. It's fake news. It must start 15 to 20 days after the Pope chair becomes lawfully vacant. I wonder what direction they're going to go in. Woo! Yo. I wonder what direction they're going to go in, because here's the thing. They're either going to continue with the leftist propaganda that they've allowed in the Catholic Church, or they're either going to go back to a conservative Christian base. One or two is going to happen. They'll either elect a pope that is conservative and concerned about conservative issues. Damn it. Why ain't my thing working? Or they'll elect a pope that was more like Francis, that will pander to the LGBTQ+. I wonder what they're going to do. I mean, most of Europe's losing their minds right now, right? So they got a lot of problems, don't they? I got something in my eye. Come on, buckos. Y'all, I fucking hate driving. I'm getting to where I hate it. I don't want to have to go nowhere. I just want to sit down and relax all the time, and it sucks that I can't. Living out of a car, it sucks sometimes, okay? Most of the time, who am I kidding? I'm exhausted all the time from just living in the car and not being able to stretch my wings, you know? It takes a toll. I guess it could be worse. I could be getting fucking mentally abused. Physically. Sexually. I guess it could be worse. It's just exhausting. And I don't know if I'm already, like, about to ovulate or what, but I've just been so fucking bloated, and I'm dealing with body dysmorphia. And, like, I don't know what the fuck. This is not even supposed to be happening for another week. Is the heat speeding up my cycle? Is global warming speeding up my fucking cycle? Because that's what it feels like. The past 2 months has been intense. My PMDD has been off the fucking charts. I'm like, I can't even track it. It's got to be the heat. It's got to be the heat. I really do. I need to go back because I got a chart that's been kept through my, like, health app on Apple that I've been tracking for like 2 or 3 years. Oh, I didn't even see you there, little buddy. Oh, that's a cute little crotch rocket. I hate those fucking bites, y'all. His ain't loud though, so it don't bother me. It's cute. It's cute because you're not being obnoxious. It's cute because you have on a helmet. It's cute because you're not acting like a dick on it. You know what I mean? I think people misunderstand me. Anyways, back to my back to my uterus. I need to go back and read my content for like 3 years because I have health data, and I can see if in the summers my moods are offset because I've been tracking it. Anytime your tits hurt, anytime you feel bloated, anytime you're going through other PMS symptoms, you can track it in the Apple app, okay? It has little dots. And so I can go back and look to see if in the summer it switches up, my cycle switches up. Like, I have like, how can I explain it? I don't know how to explain it. I'm not a doctor, but pretty much, like, the week before your period, you feel horrible. Then the week of your period, you feel amazing. Then the week after your period, you feel horrible. And then the week before your period, you feel horrible again. Yeah, you get like 7 days of feeling great. I know it sucks. So it's always, and every month it's in a loop. It's in a loop. Sometimes your symptoms might come sooner or later than typical. But I'm wondering if that's because of the heat, because of the moon, because of that shit matters. It absolutely does. If the moon fucking controls the water, fam, imagine what it does to us. We're made of water. I'm telling y'all, all this shit's linked. The earth, us, God, we're all linked together. I don't know what I'm trying to say right now, but you know what I mean. Why do people act crazy when it's a full moon if the moon doesn't affect us then? People absolutely lose their minds during a full moon. Ask any first responder. It's crazy. Or waitress, or stripper, or nurse, or doctor. I mean, for real. It's crazy. People lose their shit when there's a full moon. It has to be something to do with the pull of the moon, clearly. And maybe it offsets them mentally or something. They all turn into psychological werewolves for like 2 days. I don't know. It might be the heat. I think it's the heat. I think it's changing up my symptoms. Well, not my symptoms, but just my cycle path. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I just know that it's a whole thing, okay? My doctor explained it to me one time. I know. Hold the phone. Y'all, I gotta pee. always go here. Oh, they've been at the beach. I know that's right. I didn't go to the beach. I'm already sunburnt. I'm gonna put my window covers up. Stay sassy. Not gassy. Beautiful night, but it's still 79 degrees, so that sucks. I got my fans charged. Whoa. I got my fans charged though, so. Oh God. I'll be fine. It's already started to cool down. I'm gonna put my window covers up. We can chill for a minute, and then I'm gonna go in and use the bathroom and then go to bed. Boom. Walking damn Wally World and potty. Y'all, there was a plane that crashed here in Jacksonville, I think, yesterday. I wonder if that guy survived. There's multiple small airports all over this place. They're everywhere. I saw the cover of an article on the newspaper in a gas station. I hope I wonder if it was that damn airport off of Merrill Road. I think that's Merrill Road. Is that damn... What road is that? Is that Merrill Road? There's a small private airport over there where I see planes take off all the time. Right before you get to the Cantina Louis or the Winn-Dixie up there. It's right there on the left, past the damn golf course. Blue Sky Golf Course. There's like an airport in behind there. I see planes take off from there all the time. I'm wondering if that's where it was or if it's the one. There's several airports around here, so it was a small like single engine, 2-3 seater little plane type. Listen, I don't know shit about planes, okay? We learning slowly but surely, but I don't know shit about planes. Let's see here. Damn, I just realized they fucking closed, fam. Where can I go to oh, there's a gas station down here. That's. Thank you, Jesus. I got to pee before I go to bed. I can't go to bed with a damn... Nope. Damn, Little Caesars is popping. But they are. Everybody gotta get that pizza because they going out. They going out. They going out. Gotta have Little Caesars when you get home drunk. Let me see this. Oh God, hold on. You alright? You crack your noodle? Jacksonville plane crash. Yes, Memphis. Pilot suffers minor injuries in a small plane crash south of Jacksonville. What the hell you done, Bobby? You were supposed to go out for a Saturday flight, and you done crashed and broke your legs. I don't know what happened. You know his wife's pissed right now. He ain't heard the end of it. She ain't shut up since she got to the hospital. You stupid son of a bitch, you could have died. Poor Henry. Henry just wanted to take his little plane out, okay? What happened, Henry? Because Sheila is pissed. She said, you almost killed yourself, you dumb son of... Pilot suffers minor injuries. Single cab plane crash happened this afternoon when the aircraft fell into a field in Hastings, about 50 miles south of Jacksonville. Small plane left the pilot hurt in St. Johns County on Saturday. The St. Johns County Sheriff's Office said the pilot, who was the only person on board, was taken to hospital with minor injuries. Well, his plane is totaled. His plane is totaled. He's lucky it didn't damn ignite and kill him. Information about what caused the crash is not immediately known. You don't think. Oh shit, what was this? Sorry. What is this? There was a pilot killed back in February here. Pilot killed in Flagler County plane crash identified as 75-year-old Jacksonville man. The man killed in a plane crash in Flagler County on Friday was identified as 75-year-old man from Jacksonville. Why don't you tell us his name? They just say he was identified as a 75-year-old man. You're not identifying him. You're not even telling us his name. We need a name to identify him. Will you just give us the damn name? Can you believe this shit? What was his name? Let me go hunt. Thomas Russell Harvey was killed when the plane he was flying crashed into a wooded area in Flagler County. I love how they said 3 times he was identified, but they didn't say his name not once. Y'all, I can do a much better job at reporting the news. He had over 9,000 hours of flying time and also 18,000 jumps. He was very skilled. I don't know what happened. He was the only passenger. He took a right turn and disappeared from radar. The plane crashed in a heavily wooded area and was discovered after midnight. The plane was unrecognizable when crews found it. I mean, at least he died doing what he loved, honey. I'm just trying to, silver lining, you know? At least he died. Yeah, that could have been, it doesn't say what happened. Huh. Alright, I'm about to go, y'all. I gotta go use the bathroom, and then I gotta get my life together and go to bed. I gotta go to bed. I was gonna put my window covers up with y'all, but I'm gonna wind down. He was a CIA agent, you think so? Maybe. Maybe. In the what? In the cases. Oh, it's in between. Lord have mercy, everybody's dying everywhere. God. Well, if I go missing, call 911. They got me. I ain't gonna go missing. I can't get that lucky. I've been trying to go missing my whole damn life. All I want to do is go out to the woods and go missing. You know what I mean? But they say it's not a serial killer. Do y'all think it is? Oh, that's what y'all were talking about. Ooh, I gotta know. Hold on, let me back up. Y'all, I never know what's going on. I'm sorry. A lot of those women were older, Cecilia. There was several of them that were in their 50s. There's 3 of them that were in their 50s. Sorry, I got this guy. Damn it. There was a few of them that was in there. Y'all, my phone's gonna die. You think it's a serial killer? I don't know. The cops are saying that they're not connected, but they're mighty close. and they're super mighty close. The cases aren't linked. It's crazy. I don't know. Me neither. I don't believe in coincidences either. Bodies piling up. We saw what happened with the Gilgo Beach murders. They tried to say that that wasn't a serial killer, and it absolutely was, and Rex Humerman got by with it for over a decade. They don't want to do their jobs. And if they don't have no evidence and these bodies are in poor conditions, then they can't prove how these women died, and they just don't freaking know. And so they're going to deny until the public has proof that they're linked. Once the public has proof that they're linked, then they can't deny anymore, and they'll admit that there's a problem. They're going to deny, and keep everything close to the vest, even if they are connected. I don't know. It is weird. People don't just walk out to the damn swamp and magically turn themselves into a sack of bones. You know what I mean? It's just weird. A lot of the victims were the same age, which builds the picture of an MO. You know, usually these killers they'll have the same type, or they'll have the same type of victim, or they'll have the same way of killing, or the same pattern of killing. It is mighty coincidental that most of these women are older women. There was one that was in her 30s, but some of them were in their 40s and 50s. The government does absolutely on a bigger scale. Yeah, they absolutely do. Y'all, I'm gonna run. I'm going to bed. It's that time. It's already 9 o'clock. I'm about to run in here and use the bathroom. Try not to buy a soda. I'm still craving a soda. And then I'm going to take my ass to bed. In the morning when I wake up, the first thing I'm going to do is drink one of these Pedialytes. I'm going to start drinking 1 or 2 of these a day to see if it'll help me feel better. Because I felt like shit for like 3 weeks. I don't know what's going on. I just feel so bad all the time. I think it's the heat. I really do. I think it's the heat. But we'll see if the Pedialyte helps. It was $11 for 6 of them, which is crazy. But if it makes me feel better, then I can at least drink 1 a day to try to feel better, you know? I'm hoping so. The Pedialyte doesn't have near as much sugar as the liquid IV. In my opinion, this is a much better option for a hangover or if you're dehydrated, because it doesn't have the same sugar. And I hope y'all have a good Saturday night. I hope y'all get some good rest and be safe out there. And pray for me, because God knows I need it. And I'm praying for you guys. And we'll talk tomorrow. Happy Saturday night. Bye, y'all. Sweet dreams. Thank you. Thank you, Laura. Bye, Cecilia.